For a fast and reliable coin service, check out FUT14 in the description down below. Also for 5% off, use discount code GCAN5. What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to the third episode of my World Cup squad predictors. Now today we have the Mexico squad. Now if you don't know what this is guys, basically I've done Brazil and Croatia so far I believe. If I remember I'll put a link to a playlist of that in the description down below. But what this series is I'm going through, I'm looking through previous squads, any news articles, stuff like that to try and find out who it seems to be the case that will be included as the main squads for them in their World Cup little runs. So first up, if I can get words out of my mouth properly, we have Mexico anyway. Let me quickly just remove Senior because he's actually he's partly like in the squad, and also I want to say as well that Carlos Vela, some of you may know, he refuses to play for Mexico now, so he will not be involved in the squad. So let's go straight into the goalie, and that is Ochoa. Now this was a really tricky one to decide through. There is 2 or 3 good goalies, but Ochoa seems to be the one who is chosen the most recently, and I do feel it will be him in goal for them at the World Cup. Left back we have Layun. There wasn't too many left backs in Mexico really to choose from, and once again this guy seems to be the one chosen the most. I believe he played against Nigeria in the most recent friendly, and he also has quite a few caps under his belt. The 2 centre-backs were pretty decent. Now we have Rodriguez and we have Ayala. I don't really know why Abduenas. Maybe he was already in my car, maybe already in my club even. But both of these guys, both very frequent players in there. We also have Reyes down the bottom here, who is also getting quite a few mentions lately, so does have a bit of a chance of making it into that starting 11. Right back we have Aguilar. Now sadly I did want to get the right wing back of this guy, but with the search being so broken, it was hard enough to find all the other players, let alone to get his informs. It took me about 2 hours just to buy the players for this squad because FIFA doesn't want to work at the moment. Anyway, next up at left mid we have Guardado. You can use either one of these. We'll just go for that one. Guardado is actually a very, very good player on FIFA, and he's not too bad in real life as well. Yeah, like I said, it's actually, this team wasn't too bad to play with. I did have to play Carlos Vela in right wing, if I'm completely honest with you, because the guy that is there in a minute, you will see, is not the best. So the 2 midfielders, anyway, is 2 silver players. We have Herrera, the guy, I believe this is the one, maybe not Herrera, I think it might have been actually the one in BBVA that was linked with United, but nonetheless, this is a Porto centre mid, and they're both of them playing pretty well, getting a lot of inclusions in the Mexico squad, and it would look as though these 2 will make it in. So we don't actually have a right mid, but we have this guy, this Senior. Every time I was looking at squads, he seemed to be the one on the right, so I'm not exactly sure how it works, but this is just the basis that I picked up. Like I said, if Carlos Vela wasn't so stroppy and kept refusing to play for them, he would 100% be out on the right. So the 2 strikers, we have Dos Santos and we have Hernandez, obviously Chicharito. There is also another shout for, I believe, someone, there we go, sorry, I just had to quickly look it up. His name is Peralta. He has an inform, he plays for Santos Laguna in the Liga MX, and he is also in with a bit of a shout getting up there. But with these 2 strikers, I mean, this squad does have a lot of pace in it. It's a very fun squad to use. If you were to stick Reyes in at the back, you can include Dos Santos in centre mid if you wanted. There is some fantastic players if you want to actually use this team for fun. Like I said, these 2 strikers are absolutely tremendous, really fun to use, and if they were to take them to the World Cup, it could be very interesting. So let's go on some gameplay and talk a little bit more about the team over there. So Mexico for me is a very interesting one. They win a lot of games. Now if I was to load up their fixtures and results for you quickly now, you'd be surprised. Like, they win a lot of games, yet that squad compared to a lot of the other international squads is not actually that impressive. I mean, you look at their FIFA ratings and there's 5 silvers, the rest there's like a 78, 75, 76, not the highest rated players. I mean, obviously FIFA doesn't actually mean real life, but if you were to compare it over to how you'd think they'd be able to do, I mean, you look at many other teams, even like the likes of Switzerland, have a lot of high rated players, so you'd expect like them not necessarily to be doing too well. But I mean, if we look through their results, they drew with America, drew with Nigeria, but they beat South Korea, beat New Zealand again, beat Panama, beat Ivory Coast 4-1. That's a massive result. Beat Trinidad and Tobago, Canada, all these teams. Brazil, they did lose 2-0 to, but there's so many teams that they actually have decent results to, and they're not actually too bad. And I also found it amazing that their stadium, they managed to get 100,000 people to watch Mexico-Honduras. That's just absolutely madness. But like I said, Mexico, they have a good team. They can do a good job, so it's going to be very interesting seeing them in the group they have with Brazil, Croatia, and I believe Cameroon is the 4th of the team. So it'll be very interesting to see how they get on at the World Cup. But this is what I think will be their squad in the group stages. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks as always for watching. Have a nice day, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.